There we go. So you can see I've got a short position on gold at the minute, um, which was on the break of the low of the hourly candle. Hi Galindo, Duran, Mike, Tusk, Arnulf, Vanderman, Time, CJ, Ange. Okay, so we've got 1 minute left of this hourly candle. So I'm currently short gold. As you can see, I'm down 12 pips at the minute. Um, yeah, I took it as an outside candle false break. There you go. You should be able to see it now. Edwin, how are we doing? Hi, Anna. Look at this. What's this? I see a little bit of a. I'm in a sell trade on gold, guys, so I'm a little bit offside at the minute. Um, Edwin, how's your summer vacation? I see you traveling around Colombia. Uh, first, first, last minute hasn't been very kind here, so don't take any trades here yet, guys. Just wait. I took an early entry on the basis that, so don't take anything yet. If you're going to take a trade, you want to take it as it breaks the candle low. So if we break the candle low, then look to take the trade, but don't don't take anything just yet. Um, Peanut, how are we doing, guys? So yeah, I'm offside at the minute. Yeah, don't take any trades just yet. Let's see how this pans out. I'll explain the trade in a minute. So basically, structure level. Um, we had a breakout trade here earlier, went on hit 25 pips. The next candle, this hourly candle. Now, if we go down the time frames, you look at it, you see the 30-minute candle was a little bit indecisive here. The next 30-minute candle, you see, actually gives you a downrange candle and breaks the previous candle's low. Now that's what triggers me in. But if you look at the lower time frames, I wasn't too keen on the lower time frames. The higher time frame, you can see that the candle broke above support, broke above resistance. The next candle broke the previous candle's high. Then, as it broke the candle that broke out support low, I sold. So I took it as it formed an outside candle. Now, if this current candle breaks the low of the hourly candle, I'll be moving my stop down above the high of this current candle to reduce risk. Um, Hi guys, I can see lots coming in. I haven't had chance to say hello, etc. Because I'm just watching current position that is 10 pips offside. So just bear with me, guys. Um, yeah, very well, thanks, Edwin. Very well. Weather's been superb. Yeah, I'm in a trade. I'm short gold. Um, it triggered about 10, 15 minutes ago. So as the hourly candle, as we broke these highs here, and then as we broke the low, I it triggered. Yeah, good luck. Thank you. We'll see. Yeah, I'm sure I wouldn't take any trades for you guys right now because based on the way that this candle formed and after taking out the highs and breaking the lows, I expected it to move very fast to the downside. It didn't, so I brought my stop down from above the high here to just above these wicks. So reduced risk, and we'll just wait and see what happens now. If this candle breaks the low of the hourly candle, then by all means look to take a sell. But don't do anything yet because right now, because we closed back above this hourly resistance level that we broke out of, I'm not that keen on it right now. Hence, I brought the risk down. Yeah. So stop loss was originally up here, so above these highs, and then I brought it down just to above these wicks. Yeah, this is a sell trade in gold. Mr. Terminals, you just asked me twice. Do you see? So we're minus 27 pips at the minute. Uh, Born. Is that Fenton? Born? Your name's changed again on YouTube. I can't remember. I know Born is someone. A rallying call was started by MT's Vault Gift. What's that? A rallying call. I saw someone say gold could hit 3,150. What's your take on this? I mean, gold could go to 4,000, it could go to 3,000. At the end of the day, what it does in between those, I cannot see you. Oh, actually, guys, why can you not see there? Uh, yeah, it should be on TradingView. Sorry. So I had TradingView on on TikTok. So look, when it comes to pricing points and future price points, look, I just trade what I see in the short term. And it's the short term that I'm bothered about, so I don't hold anything. Um, look, with those kind of future predictions, I leave that for other people to do. Um, all I can say is right now, from the higher time frame, markets obviously massively trending higher, but a correction probably wouldn't go amiss. 3,150 is not a huge correction, so we shall see. I'm just gonna see if I can get my 15 pips and I'll be happy. Yeah, sorry about that, Anna. Rates are rising, putting downward pressure on gold. If US default, gold will collapse, I think. I mean, yeah, I'm in a sell, Imam. Uh, rates rates aren't rising. Um, Rates are on hold. Um, Yields, dollars just getting weaker. So bonds are going up, yields are going down. Um, what chart do you use? Well, this is MetaTrader 4. This is MetaTrader 4. For analysis, I'll use TradingView. Um, if US defaults, well, if US defaults, I'd be more inclined. I would probably expect indexes to sink first, depending how fast they sink. Um, Gold will probably sink with them at first, as people sell physical assets to cover marginal losses, leverage positions, and then gold will probably bounce back pretty strong. So we'll see what happens. I am on the buy from the previous low. Nice. Yeah, we've had buys this morning, but came out at structure, and then we had a buy on the breakout. We had 25 points and got stopped at break even for a bit. Um, and then the market decided to throw me a little curveball. So as soon as it took out the hourly highs and then came back, collapsed and broke the previous hourly lows, that's why I sold. I trade what I see, not what I think. Um, what chart do you, I am on, okay, so all the same questions. So, and again, when it comes to fundamentals, look, I would much rather stay away from those and again, just trade what I see. Because as soon as I start to put my little pea brain and my thinking and my thoughts, I'll come up with a crazy idea of what's going to happen. When really, I might as well just look at the one thing that can tell me what's going to happen, price. Yeah, I've got more chance of being right by watching price than I have by thinking what everyone else is thinking and then trying to determine the how the market's going to move from that. And then, you know, I'm thinking what you're thinking, what you're thinking, what they're thinking. Okay, so that means you're going to do this. Nope, I just stick to a simple set of rules. Um, exactly. It will always create the rhetoric we want in order to say, this is why that happened, and this is why that happened. But guess what? We have no idea why it happened. The only thing we know why price moves up, the only sure thing, is there were more buyers than sellers. That's it. White moves down, there were more sellers than buyers. The rest of it, you can put whatever story you want over it. Exactly. Reverse engineering an excuse to make a trade. Please could you explain your thinking around the correlation between weak US dollar and bonds? Okay, so a weak US dollar will mean US 10-year Treasury yields depreciate. Yields and bonds are inversely correlated. Bonds and gold are pretty much positively correlated. But there's times where they aren't correlated. So this is why you're much better rather than trading correlations. And by the time you found a correlation, the move's probably happened. Now, what I would do is, again, trade what you see and set some rules to it because that is black and white. There's no gray areas. You'll either win or you'll lose or you'll break even because you did this if the market did that. Simple. Okay. PPPE, is this what's called a stat arb? I have no idea what that is. So sorry, I can't tell you. SCL Clothing UK shared the live. Encourage more viewers to share. Guys, I would have really appreciate if more of you were as kind as SCL Clothing UK. Thank you for sharing the live. That's very kind of you. Where did I sell? 33, 40, 40. Pretty much where we are now. About 3 pips lower than where we are now. 33.40.4. How often you go live trading? Every day, 1 o'clock. Hi, Ewan. I have been doing that for about the last 3.5 weeks. Gold trader just went short 33.41.53. Nice. Statistical arbitrage. Give it. Where do you see it heading? I have a full exit at 33.35. So if it can get down there, I'd be very happy. I have a first take profit at 38.9. And what's the bias for the day? Look, bias for the day. Day's not really doing anything. You're sitting around $1.50 up on the day. Market is pretty much static, so I don't really have a bias for the day. If anything, maybe with what Powell's been saying recently, it's put a little bit of a hold on the dollar, so we've seen a little bit of dollar strength, so maybe a little bit of a correction on gold, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. We'll just see. I'll keep trading this range. I mean, when it broke out here, my bias was full long. I thought we were going, and it started to move lovely, and then failed. So as soon as it failed, my short-term bias becomes short. Have to be able to switch your mind and your thought process very quickly if a day trader. So we're close to breaking this low here. If we break this low, there we go. I'll just bring that down. Okay. Okay, so we're 8 pips up. I'm just going to bring my... Did we go 8 pips up? Yeah, okay. I know what I need to do as well. I've just realized I've put 15 pip first target. It should be 100. Oh, that's just worked in my favor. There we go. Close half. I've closed half and stop loss to entry. So right, let's see what happens now. Oh, all right, let's put a partial TP in now at 300. That one can go. Okay, so we just closed half off at 13.5 pips. 5. I'm not one of the biggest traders by all means, but just 5 lots. So 2.5 running. Trading news. No, trading price action. Where do you see me trading the news? News isn't out for 17 minutes. Um, is it a short? Am I buying? No, Coco, I'm not buying. I'm selling. I'm 17 pips up right now. We banked half at 13 pips. 115 candle or better wait for a 5 min. Um, I think you could have sold underneath here, like I said at the beginning. I wouldn't have taken any shorts when I was in after it closed back above the level. Um, but let's see. Um, what news today? It's ADP. Should be ADP because non-farms tomorrow. It is Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, it's non-farm tomorrow because it's independent. Will it go up? I have no idea. Um, but if it does, I'll get stopped out at break even, that is. Uh, uh, okay, so 23. Oh, there you go. Ah, ADP was at 115. Yeah, there we go. All right. That just put a spin on things. Minus 33 payrolls, expected 98. So big miss. Okay, so look, I think we're gonna see buys on gold above. All right, we'll see how this pans out. So we got stopped on second part position. So good job we banked some. So I'm gonna get long if we break. I hate MetaTrader. Right. Let me just. Yeah, no, we took nice profit. I'm just gonna go back to TradingView because I hate MetaTrader for analysis. See, this is why, people always laugh at me for securing pips early. They go, "Oh, why'd you secure pips then?" Well, look, securing pips is the best way of making money. Right, let's have a look. 1 hour, 30 minute. Okay, so new resistance on the 30 is here. We've got 14 minutes left of this candle. We've got another outside candle forming. Where's the 15 resistance? 15 resistance is there. Okay, so what I want to see is 33.45.1. So buys above 33.45, call it point 0.3. Right, so I'm going to wait for 130. Emon done for the day. Lovely. Yeah, well let's see. We might be eh, I'm not sure. Um, okay, just give me an insight. So probably Nasdaq is going to drop on this news as well, because, oh, actually, will it though? See, this is look, gold's pushing now. Gold's pushing. So just need in fact, we'll wait let this 5 minute candle close. This will be the only time you'll see me trade 5 minute candles. So we'll see if it can. We'll see if gold can hold above this area. So if we can hold above there on the 5 minute, I'll wait for the next 5 minutes to give me a wick down and then we'll buy above the high. So if we can see this, we can close anything like this. If the next candle in 2 minutes time starts to push down, we'll buy this high. Does that make sense, guys? One of my members had 3 wins from 3 today. Nice. The entry from 33, 34 was a nice profit. Yeah, lovely profit. But you've sat through, in that period, we've had one, two, three trades, and will be potentially the fourth and final trade of the day. Potentially. We'll see what happens with this. Need it to close above here. If not, we're going to have to wait for 130. Now remember, 130 you got COMEX as well. So we're not going to get a trade here off this 5-minute candle. Yeah, I mean, look, the big employment miss there. So something you have to think about with employment list miss. They've been talking about how, oh, maybe we are going to close above it. Ian J, will you buy stop the next candle if it retraces? Yeah, if we get a close above here, I'll put a buy stop above the high of this candle if the next candle moves down. Now remember guys, this is just what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do it. It's purely a way of you seeing how it's just going. So, okay, if it creates a bottom wick, then I'll put a buy stop above the high of this current candle. Needs to come down. I'm not buying it like this. So if it gives me a bottom wick, we can place a buy. So all we need to see is this candle go black at some point, meaning it's gone from a bullish candle to a bearish candle. Well, this is behind the times because it doesn't look like anything like that. The I think gold may. Oh yeah, read that one. Read that one. Jay went. Hi Jay, how you doing? Where you logging in from? So guys, while you're all online right now, just let me know where you're logging in from. We are potentially looking for a buy in gold. Potentially. We sold gold. We took 13.5 pips out of it and just made 1800 on a trade and shoots more down and would have been 3.5. Hey Joe, just think you made 1800. Be grateful of the 1800. Some people haven't even made £5 today or $5. Dean, full-time trader. Me? Yeah, full-time. Well, it depends what you call full-time. If it's what I do for my living, yeah. Um, if you're saying, do I do it all day? No. 2 times a day. London Open, US Open, and that's it. Imon, see you tomorrow. Misema from Derby. We've got Botswana. We've got Manchester. Where else are we logging in from today, guys? It's always nice to see new faces. Dean, yeah, living, trading all day is not good at all. Yeah, mate, my eyesight's bad enough as it is without having to stare. Leeds, my old hunting ground. Whereabouts in Leeds are you from, Apple? South Africa, Ireland. I used to live in Chapel Allerton for many years. Love that place. What we trading, Trendboy FX, we are potentially looking for a long gold. Namibia, hello Ali. We sold gold. We took 13.5 pips. We were 23, 24 pips up. And then the news came out and stopped us at break even. Do you trade CFD or futures? CFD. Spot market. So we're probably going to have to wait till the 30 candle. Where else? Come on, YouTube. Where you lot registering in from? You're quiet. It's just the TikTokers that only ever speak and ask questions. Where you from, Jay? Uh, Guys, thank you for sharing the live stream. Very kind of you. Appreciate all the support out there. Uh, Namibia, Frankie Frederick's place. What a man he was, or is, I should say. And what happened with gold, sir? Uh, it was flat, then it went down, then it went up. US had bad data, so gold's gone up on the back of US bad data. So we're just waiting now, see what happens. We're not going to do anything until we get an opportunity, and right now we don't have that. Ay, ay, ay. This is it's going without us. Okay, so what the heck happened? It's just boosted back up. Yeah, bad data out the US. All Forex. IZ. What do you mean all Forex? Ian, whereabouts are you logging in from? I know I've got most of the people. Hey Vic, hey Lola, Anna, Edwin. I know we've got Colombia, we've got UK, we've got Ireland over there. Check USD JPY. Okay. What do you want me to have a look at? Do you want me to, do you want to know what I'd look for? Look here, if I was potentially looking for anything, the daily sell underneath the low looks good. Daily flip to fill the wick of the previous daily low. That would be something I would look to sell if I was doing it. Ian J from Surrey, south of the river. Lovely part of the world. Yeah, so a rallying call was started by MT Volt. Thank you, whoever that was. I'm not sure what a rallying call is, but that's twice I've seen it this afternoon. So thanks, guys. Appreciate the rallying call. Uh, Thank you for sharing the love. But yeah, let's see if we can find a trade here. I'm just going to remove all drawings and start again. So daily, we're probably going to fill this wick up to 33.58 now, looking at this based off the daily chart. So I'm just going to mark in the daily high. So look at the 4 hour, yeah, I mean, we've probably got a good 100 points up for grabs there. So it's just how we can get a trade set up. Okay, so if we close above 130, okay, so if we close above this, if the next candle wicks down on the 30 minutes, what have we got? 3 minutes. If the next candle wicks down and we have at least 25 pip range, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a buy stop above the high of the next candle. So if it moves down first, I'll place a buy stop above the high of the candle. Is the news you think? What's the news? There's created gold to move up. Yep, you could say it was the news that made gold move lower as well in the anticipation of the news. So listen, at the end of the day, what's happened is after the news was released, buyers have taken control. That's it. Literally straight after that news came out, buyers have just come back into the market. The unemployment in US, they said, yeah, big miss. Hey Vivi, how you doing, darling? Welcome back. Nice to see you. One of our loyal followers and attendees. Nice to see you. Are you waiting for NY Open? No, I'm just waiting for the next 30-minute candle. 2 minutes. I can't wait that long. I'm not that patient. Hey, Andayola. Good afternoon, sir. Oh, Kay, got it. Hi, Kay. All right. So yeah, if we got two, what was it? No, 1 minute 15 seconds. If we get a pullback on the next candle, so if it just starts to go down on the next, I've been since 2009. I was a young boy back then. Watching from South Africa. Whereabouts in South Africa, sir? Is it going up? Um, well, if it closes anything like this and the next candle moves lower, I'm going to be placing a buy stop. Hmm, what we got? 30 seconds. Cape Town, lovely part of the world. Love Cape Town. If you've not been, I like this question. What was the question? I didn't see it. Vivi, send the question. Ellie Kammer. Where's Ellie Kammer? I didn't see it. Who's Ellie Kammer? I don't see that question. So what's the question? What chart are you on just now? This is gold 30-minute chart. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put a buy stop in just above this wick here. Above this wick here. It's moving down first, so let's put that in. So trade is in. Uh, Let me get my partial TP in. And we're set. Okay, so what? Oh, I've changed. Let's get trade. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Let me just bring MetaTrader back for you. Okay, YouTube MetaTrader is on. And there we go. We have MetaTrader is now on for TikTok. So, so we're looking at see if the market is now, let's you can call it saying gain liquidity, attracting buyers to the market for it then to potentially push higher. Do I only trade gold? You have live trade. I have a live pending order. Vivi, you've been coming nearly every day. You know I don't go live into a market. You know I just place pending orders. Okay, so it's a buy stop. It's a buy stop. Okay, and there you go. Can you see it now? So just above this wick here. Um, ah, okay. No worries. You heard the sound. Yeah, heard the sound and the panic sets in. Have I missed a trade? Um, yeah, so if you look at the high of that candle, so what's it? 33.47.75. So check your broker. So it's the 30-minute candle at 2 o'clock on my MT4, which is 12 o'clock UK time. So the high of that candle, I've got a tick above that. Is gold going to 3,400? I have no idea, sir. I have absolutely no idea. But I am putting a buy stop in. And if it goes to 3,400, lovely. My extended targets are at 33.56.80. Uh, can I copy your trade, sir? Look, I'm trying to show you what I do on a daily basis so you can see a systematical process to something that would generate returns. The question is, yeah, by all means, you can copy what I'm doing here right now, but will you learn anything just by copying the trade? You know, the people that learn the most from trading and learn the most are the ones that ask the questions, um, and then they go ahead and implement it. So, you know, copying is okay for those that just want to have money just doing something for them. But when it goes wrong, yeah, my stop loss is just here. You can see it underneath that black line. You see those little red dashes? That's my stop loss. Always place a stop loss. Which is this program? Uh, Dr. Correza Marco. What do you mean, what is this program? Name, what is your strategy? Price action. I have 5 different setups with 3 different entries. Can't see your prices. Go to YouTube. If you can't see the screen close enough, go to YouTube. Stop on the current candle if it closes bearish. Um, no, so basically I'm just leaving my stop where it is until I get triggered. So if I get triggered, I'll then move my stop, trade and train set. If you go, here, I'll send you a link. Oh, wrong one. Where has it gone? Uh, now, why is that not working? There we go. So if you, there you go. Hopefully I don't get penalized for sharing my link. So if you click on the standstill, and then you will see YouTube or you'll see my free Telegram channel. You'll see different things there. Okay, it's MetaTrader. Yep, MetaTrader. Um, so CPT gang, hello, good if yeah, I nearly said good morning, good afternoon. How you doing? We have a pending buy order in on gold. Let's see what happens. Um, Again, yeah, just have a look on the standstill or go into one of my YouTube descriptions. You'll see the broker, or you'll see the funded accounts that we recommend. In fact, I'm not sure if I've put a recommended broker on there. Don't think I've put a recommended broker on there. There is on my YouTube videos, but I haven't put one in the standstill. Only who I recommend for instant funding. So NASDAQ, nothing on the NASDAQ. To be fair, the markets are a bit, I'm not really liking too much. Gold, I think, should pop up towards like 3355 in that area. But look, I want. Do you have initial stop loss? Yeah, it's at 3342. You see where this black line is? You see the dash behind. There you go. Yeah, always have a stop. 33,000 jobs lost in the private sector for this rise. Yep. Um, Private sector will be decent paid jobs as well, I would have thought, but we'll have to wait until we see because remember tomorrow when you see what happens with it's not just the number of jobs that are created. You want to take, when you're looking at jobs data, you want to have a look at the types of jobs. So has the average hourly earnings gone up or gone down? What's the unemployment rate? Now, if the average, let's say they've created a lot more jobs in a month, but the average hourly earnings has gone down, what does that tell? What does that tell you? Are you expecting a quick rise in US market open? So are you simply placing a time? It's not a timed, it's just a buy stop. It's weak US data. This candle closed above structure. This one's wicked down. Here we have a big wick to fill the range. But I just don't want to get caught in this little wick area. So we're buying above here. We've got 12 pips to the first TP. And then I'll scale out as it keeps moving up. You'll see it when I hit close half. Uh, Mark, you in any trades, lad? That's got to be someone from up north. Abdullah, you from, I'm going to say Merseyside or Manchester, somewhere around there. Can you explain this way that London, mate? No way. I guess I thought it was a fellow northerner then. Even though I'm in, this is Yorkshire. I know, I know. This is just price action, Duran. So, yeah, if I just go like this and move this to here. Right. So what's happened? So we originally had structure here, right? Then this bit here broke out of the structure and forms new resistance. So our new resistance goes to this price point. This candle, after the news, then took out all the lows and then broke up above all these highs and closed above it. That's a weird RR. Well, it's not, is it? It's just where I scale some out and my stop goes to break even. So it's called de-risking. So it's up to you, buddy. Like it, don't like it. If that's your RR by scaling some out, then fine. You obviously don't understand multiple trades. Okay, so trades in. We've got 10 pips to go. We can bring our stop up a little bit now underneath the low of that candle because that's the trigger candle low. And we'll see if we run onto our 10 pip initial target. And okay, so we're over 80% of the way to target. And there you go, that's TP1. So there's your 10 pips banked. We've moved stops to break even. We can't lose, we're safe. And let's see if it does the biz now. So let's put another partial TP. We'll see if we fill this wick. There we go. That'll take some more off. So let me guess, is this an unusual RR? Because in theory, it's just pure gain. So at the end of the day, yeah, nice easy TP1. That's two TP1s on today's live stream, 2 for 2. And this will be me done now. So whatever happens, happens. There we go. Spreads just took us out. So happy days. So G, then you have to do what you have to do. But just remember, I don't say that yours is a weird setup because that's what you do. I don't know your rules. I don't know how you trade. So it's horses for courses. I do what I do, and I have you could call it the balls, the ability to trade live in front of everyone on a daily basis, share my rules, share my setups. So you know that I don't pull the wool over your eyes and you see what I do on a daily basis. Whereas, ultimately, there's people out there that won't trade live in front of you. They won't do what they say they're going to do. I had a losing trade yesterday on live stream and a winning trade. 10 pips is nothing. 10 pips target is nothing. Well, it's nothing for what? Why, why is 10 pips nothing? If you could make 10 pips every day, Suji, I guarantee you'd be a lot wealthier than you are right now. And that's fact. So maybe you need to look at how you describe what is nothing. Simple, right? You obviously have a lot if you think 10 pips is nothing. What is 10 pips? $1. So if you put on one lot per te and you bank 10 pips, that's $100. This is price action. And what is scalping? Scalping is taking hundreds of trades. How many trades do you see me take? Two. It's just an aggressive way of managing price, managing your trade due to price action. Right. If you've got 100 lots on, you only need it to move one pip. If you've got 100 lots on and it moves 10 pips, you're making money. If you've got one lot on, you're making $100. If you've got two lots on, you're making $200. Three lots, you're making $300. However much you exactly. And look, you have one trade. We just had 23 pips there, 13 on the first trade and 10 on the second. Look, I'm not here to explain myself what 10 pips and if you don't like it and it doesn't suit you, then you know what you do. You just don't tune in. It's simple, you know? If it doesn't fit your way of analysis, if it doesn't suit your style of trading, if it doesn't suit your mental approach to the way that you look at charts, and if you don't like what I say, the easiest thing for you to do is just go end live stream and walk away. You know, you don't need to sit here and listen to something um, that you don't agree with. I mean, now that would be a waste of time. That would be a massive waste of time. If you sat here for half an hour, 40 minutes, and you just wanted to disagree with something that I was saying because you don't agree with it, then you've got more time on your hands and you just don't appreciate time. There you go, lovely. It's sad to see people don't have a good setup and are. Suji, uh, okay, s- let's just simple way. There we go. It will fall. DXY is up. DXY is up. Ignore DXY. Ignore DXY. Do you know what DXY is? Do you know what DXY is? And this isn't me trying to be um, pedantic. So why do you trail your stop loss? To reduce risk. Because remember, the market's random. We've no idea what they're going to do. Absolutely no idea. And anyone that says they know what's going to happen, just ignore them. Please, please, please ignore people that say um, people that they know what's going to happen. We don't. I trade based on price action and what the chart is telling me. And I scale out before the market gets to the ranges with candle wicks or at certain price points, i.e. 10 pips. Now, the reason I've done 10 pips today, even right now in this area, is because the market is very, very choppy. Exactly, Daniel. It's 50, yeah, 57% euro. So it's basically a euro chart or an inverted dollar Swiss chart. The gold to DXY correlation. Yeah, thank you, Daniel. I don't know who you are, Daniel Emerson, but anyone that talks about DXY has a very big misunderstanding of what dollar strength and weakness is. If you want to see what dollar strength and weakness is, just go to something like this. Create all your majors and minors, have the 10-year yields and have the bonds there, have gold there. Look what's happening. So just to give you an understanding, Swedish krona is in the dollar index. Japanese yen, euro, pound, Canadian dollar, and Swiss franc. And it's so massively weighted, about 57.1 or 57.3% to the euro, that it's basically a euro chart. Joel Moas, good afternoon, sir. Stoveman, good afternoon. Thanks, really appreciate it. Gels and Holuska. Yeah, pleasure, mate. Listen, I'm here nearly every day at 1 o'clock. If I can't do it on a day, there's a reason behind it. But if you just imagine I'm here at 1 o'clock, and you know, I'll always say my This space is a space where people share ideas. If you don't agree with them, if you don't like what's being said, then just leave quietly. You don't need to try and create a an atmosphere in my live stream. Okay, so I don't want any tittle tattle. I can't be bothered with nonsense. I will just block people that try and do that. Okay, this is a everyone that is in YouTube, everyone that is in TikTok. You've all got the same goals and aspirations. You all want to make money from trading. Okay, so there might be another setup in 11 minutes. Yeah, we'll wait. So we all want to make money from trading. So let's just go back to trading view while we're waiting because I don't like analyzing off. Yeah, exactly. So guys, listen. How many of you been in here right now? If you're enjoying the live stream, just let me know that you can either do that by a thumbs up or some likes or whatever. And then I'd like to know what is your biggest challenge from trading, and I'll try and help you out as quickly as possible before we end the live stream. So we got, go on, guys, hit it out there. TikTok, let me know what your YouTube, what you're thinking. What's the biggest challenge you have? How can we look at overcoming those challenges? I can guarantee the biggest challenge you'll have is one will be patience, two will be capital, three will be having a strategy, four will be the discipline to stay with the strategy. Stephen Buckley, good afternoon, sir. I finish work and come straight on your live. You sitting in any trades, mate? No, we just bought gold and then got stopped at break even. We bought just above this wick high here, but it took us in and then the spreads opened up a bit and the spread took us out at break even. I do like it for more longs. There's potential for another trade on the close of the hour, so we'll wait for the hourly candle to close, and then there's going to be two options. One will be a break of the high if we don't have much of a wick, if the candle pulls back down. If the candle closes where we've got, let's say, a 20 pip wick on the hourly candle, then what I'll look at is if the next candle goes lower, we'll do a flip style entry. So Stephen Buckley's in Bermuda. Now I'm envious. So also guys, there is a bit of a promo on uh, at the minute. Uh, I have a £50 a month um, reduction on my membership. So for the rest of July, it's still going to stay at 97 a month. After July, it's going to be going back to 147. So if anyone's interested in joining the members team, by all amounts, by all accounts, we'd love to have you there. Take a look. Ask anyone you want to do. What do you offer in your membership? Live streams 6 times per week. That's without what we do here. Watch lists, trades, swing style trading, you name it. Members channels so you can share charts. You can pester the hell out of me to some extent. The guys that pester me the most will be my one-to-one guys. But I'm pretty much there. I mean, look, I do all this. Um, Stephen, okay, so all you need to do, guys, if you are interested, is just go to my stand store and then just click on the membership there. Bermuda is great, although one year I went hurricane season. I do not recommend that. Hey, listen, if I went in a hurricane season, I'd have no hair left. Um, so yeah, I mean, look, I do all this for free anyway, so it just depends if you want a little bit more hands-on and you want to be part of a community. And I'm not saying it because it's my community. We don't have the biggest community. There's about 170, 174 members. Um, but and of them, I would say maybe half are very active. Um, but They are brilliant people. Brilliant, brilliant people. Hi, Mark. What strategy do you teach? I'm just a price action trader. So listen, the simplest way of explaining it is the nuts and bolts of anything that I do. If I was to just give you, is this a joke? I've not said it today. Apple user, um, I, I've not, I forgot to say at the beginning, I don't talk about smart money concepts. I don't talk about fair value gaps. Um, so yeah, I always say don't bring it up in this. I did forget today. I've had a pretty busy day. Um, four wives matter. Wick- it's a good name. Um, so where was I? Thoughts on QFS? Uh, is this a joke? Because I'm an old man here, guys. I'm an old man. All this short codes and whatever. All right, now we're hitting topics that I don't want discussed because thoughts can lead to things being said that can offend other people. And like I said, this is a place where we all have a common goal to have winning trades, create success for a better financial future for our families and loved ones. So yeah, so I get it was a joke, but unfortunately, someone might comment on it. Oh, quantum financial system. Don't know enough about it. Um, price action. Well, I've been trading since 2009. Um, I mean, they're saying quantum physics will be ruling the financial system soon, but look, I think the one thing you have to remember about AI, quantum, and all this, there is there's no emotion, right? So you'll never be able to replace the human being for that. You can't teach these systems emotion. And do I only trade gold? No, I trade gold, DAX, and NASDQ. Um, and look, this is the problem. You go past 40 odd, 45, etc. Um, you forget what you were talking about. We were talking about dollar index. So if you want to be the dollar index, if you want to create the best dollar index uh, viewpoint is look at all the dollar markets, look at the yield, bonds, and gold. You can include indexes in there that'll give you another strong point. So literally cables down 140 points, so dollar's strong, euro's down 50 points, Aussie's down 30 points, Kiwi's down 40 points. Um, pound's getting smashed today. Yen's down 45 points and gold's up $10.5. Yields are up 0.5%, not 0.5%, 0.05. And bonds are down. So, no. Uh, okay, signed up. Oh, okay, Stephen, I will add you once after the live stream. Okay, so I'll send. Do you have Telegram, by the way? Um, the next 1 hour is going to fly. Yeah, well, we will be placing an order. Depending on the size of the wick, we'll be placing an order as a flip entry if it drops first. If it just as a flip entry. If it drops anyway, but we don't have a 20 pip wick, we're going to place a buy stop above the high of that candle. With the copy trading, do you do the trades? No, I don't do copy trading for. You ever learned from Rajan? No, but I've got a lot of things from him. He's a great guy and a very big inspiration. Um, I watch a lot of his Uh, Owen, do you have a Telegram group? Yeah, I do have free and paid for Telegram. So yeah, well, you listen. I didn't day trade up until 2020, so it was someone who was a member of mine. Um, started day trading back in 2016, 2017. Commander in Chief, good afternoon. Hey, Mr. Siddiqui, where the bloody hell have you been? Highly recommend the membership. Good value and quality content. Thank you. We buying potentially. We've got 2 minutes to wait. Um, Looking at the size of this wick, yeah. If it, we're going to be doing a flip entry potentially. But remember, guys, I'm not doing a flip entry here. Mm-mm. Let me just go back to, I'll come back to the questions in a second. I just want to have a look what's happening with the indexes. Hmm. Um, let's just go back to gold. We're gonna, what was that? Oh, sorry. 1 second, guys. Here you go. All right, let's have a look. Da. Okay, now we've tapped that old level. Let's. I'm going to put the order in. I'm just going to put my stop. So just put it above that. Right. I'll 10 pips. Now, because I'm also going to take a 60% off here. Right. Let's put it. Oh shit, wrong screen. Yeah, don't worry. Can you go to? Yeah, I'm doing that now. All right, YouTube, I've changed you. You're on MetaTrader now. TikTok. All right, should be on. So this is a flip style entry. So we had big bearish candle, came down, tapped the level. Now we're waiting for it to roll over. Are you paying taxes before or after withdrawal? Well, you won't pay taxes before withdrawal. Um, Also depends where you're based and depends whether you're personal trader or corporate. And so also which jurisdiction you're in as well. Um, Fully buying. Okay, go buy. What time frame you on? This is the H1. Change to meta. Change to meta. Yeah, already done. Okay. Let's just. Where are we? What's a flip entry? Good question. I'm surprised no one else asked it. Okay, so flip entry just tells you um, your entry is, if you imagine this right now, it's a bearish candle, okay? So flip entry just means it goes from a bearish to a bullish. So the second it breaks its own high, we've flipped into a bullish. So price, what, 33.46.85 off my broker. Um, yeah. Does that make sense, guys? So we go from bearish to bullish. Can you enter now on a buy? You can if you want. I'm not. My entry is as it breaks its own high. TP, the first TP is 10 pips. That's this purple line, 10 pips. I always have a 10 pip first. Is this still gold? Yes, it's still gold. And at 10 pips, the system, whether you use Magic Keys, Dane Trades, or whether you use Trade Assistant, that will take your stop loss straight to break even. Now, when the market is a little bit range bound, a little bit jittery, I like to employ a 70% rule, meaning so that if No, it's a buy stop. I'm not in a trade. Not in a trade. It's a buy stop. Ever come across 10 pips daily? No. Is that an account on TikTok or is it a system? But look, let me show you something. Let me share this with you, right? This is what a lot of people don't think about. Um, where is it? All right, while we're waiting for this to do whatever it's going to do, just okay. Can you see this? Oh, let me move it a little bit like there. Can you see that, guys? It's a compound interest calculator. Okay. Please, sir, I'm new here. Are you trading orb? No, I've no idea what orb is. This is going to have to be my new thing that I say. I do not trade orb. I do not trade smart money concepts. I don't talk about fair value gaps. Okay, so look, let's say a lot of you start with $1,000. Let's say you want to trade at, let's say you want to make 1/4% a day. A day. 1/4%. Don't use fibs. Don't talk about order blocks. No, for a complete beginner, what should I start trading? One market. One market. Pick a time frame that it is that you can trade around. So I'll come back to that in a minute. So that's a great question, Bernardo. So look, let's say you start with $1,000. Let's say you can make 1/4% a day. Let's say you're going to do that for 5 years. And if you're really happy, you're going to add in $500 a month. Okay. Now, you started with 1,000. You're going to make 1/4% a day. And you're going to add $500 a month. In 5 years, you're going to have $608,000. And you'll have deposited 30,000. Now, if that's not enough incentive and motivation for you to trade and start to learn how to make 10 pips a day. When I see people talking about, oh, I've got to make 1,000 pips or 500 pips, no, do something well. It's a lot easier to make 10 pips than it is 100 pips. If you can be consistent making 10 pips, then you can scale, scale, scale. Okay. So look, that is what you do. Okay. Scale, scale, scale. Um, All right, I don't think gold's. Where are we? Let's get rid. Uh, any questions? Did you see how much? No, no, no. There's no trading. There's no trading. It's just a pending order. Pending order with a partial TP. So there's no trading. I'm not sure this is going to trigger, to be fair. Just looking at, but you never know. We'll leave it as it is. Where's why don't you like other ways of trading? It's not that I don't like other ways of trading. I was a swing trader for 11 years. And then when Trump came into power, he started TikTok and not TikTok, Twitter and China tariffs and everything that. Please, can you pin the pending order? It's just above the high. Listen, this is education. So um, at the end of the day, I don't want you just four waves matter. You winding me up, or Yusuf, I think you are. So it's just above the hourly high. So whatever the price of the hourly current high is, then hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, guys, I'm not messaging anyone. Okay, I'm not messaging anyone right now. So if you get any messages from me, just ignore them because I'm not messaging anyone. I just saw my name pop up in the chat. So just so you know, it's not me. So if you get any messages, guys, just ignore them. All right. Haha. Yeah, there you go. Caught you. Just found someone that was trying to be me. Just managed to catch it. Okay, so let's go back to for a complete beginner, what should I start trading? So things to consider. What times of the day do you have available? Um, um, let's say you can only trade between 7 and 9 a.m. UK time. Then you want to focus around a market that in that period is volatile. So that means there are, let's say, potential news announcements or market openings in that period. You also want something that is highly liquid. So if you place a trade, you can get in and get out. And you also want to have a market that has tight spreads so that if you are going, let's say, for 10 pips, you want to have the best chance of being able to get those 10 pips. I'm only able to trade in the Asian session. Just me? Okay. So if you have a look at gold between like 1 and 3 a.m., there's usually some really nice moves on gold between 1 and 3 a.m. All right, Yusuf, I'll reply to you. Don't worry. Anyone that messages me, I will message back. But I will never message you directly. Okay. Um, but so just use the high of that order. Thoughts on Trump's tariffs? Are they manipulating the market? Um, I wouldn't say they're manipulating the market. He's doing the tariffs. You know, it's his bargaining tool, right? Um, he threatens tariffs. People don't come to the table. He ramps up the tariffs. It brings in more revenue for the US. It hampers the other country or economy. So then they come to the table, they start to do a deal, and then they're both happy. Okay? So I wouldn't say what do you call it? It's not manipulating the market. It's just how he does deals. We know what happens. So when you see the stock market sell off hard when he's threatening tariffs, you know that in a week, a month, 2 months, he's going to be a prime time to be buying the indexes when he can get that counterparty to the table for them to do a deal. Can I send you a private message about my question and you answer me when you can? I'm trying to learn. Yeah, sure, Bernardo. Just send me. Yep. Okay, I've just seen you follow me now. So yeah, um, consumers pay the tariffs. No, everyone will pay the tariffs. But ultimately, if their economy carries on going like it's going, yeah, tariffs get passed on. But he has to do it in order to get what he wants from the other party. Um, he's shrewd, a little bit wacky, but no, US got generated more revenue. But let's see what happens. Again, fundamentals, politics, all that we can we never know what manipulates the markets. The biggest manipulators will be market makers because that's their job. They have to try and move the market to get buyers and sellers to facilitate orders, but they can only move it so much. In highly liquid markets, it's very hard to move a market. Yeah. So it's very hard to manipulate gold or euro dollar or cable or dollar yen because there's trillions of dollars traded in it. So you can't manipulate it that much. It's the way they used to manipulate it years ago, and they all got done for it, was spoofing. They used to put fictitious orders. So this is why I always laugh at order blocks because you can put or not order blocks when they start looking at orders. So yeah, gold market's huge. You they'd put an order of, I don't know, say 5 yards, euro dollar at 117. The market would rally towards 117 because they think, oh, there's an order here for 5 yards a dollar, euro dollar. And all they're trying to do is get the market higher so that they can fill a massive sell order they've got. But you can't do that anymore. It's illegal. Can high leverage move a market a lot? Nope. Leverage is totally misunderstood by people. Leverage is, and not only misunderstood, it's misused. So leverage is great if you want to, let's say you've got, I don't know, let's say you master the art of trading and you've got yourself several million sat in a bank account. There's no point having them several million sat in a trading account because you're only covered up to 85,000, right? So, and if you trade at one trade at a time, then you just put the biggest amount of lot size you can for the account size you have. Because ultimately, you can trade like you got 5 million, but there's no point having it in there. Put the other cash into assets and different things. Leverage is dangerous in the wrong hands when people just keep adding into trades, adding into trades, adding into trades, adding into trades. So you don't need high leverage unless you're a smart trader. One trade at a time, you don't need it. What we got in here? Yeah, it's a quiet session from traders out there. Yeah, very steady on the old uh, likes today. So I'm guessing this. It's amazing. Two winning trades today, and it's not liked. What can you do? Unless Wednesday's quiet day for traders. They're not in here. Um, right. All right, guys. I'm gonna cancel this order in a second, and I'm gonna call it a day. You got any questions before we go? Any questions? Um, if you're on TikTok or YouTube and you took either trade or both trades, just hit some likes, please. What time we meet tomorrow? 1 p.m. Are you leaving the order in? I'll leave it in while I'm here, and then as soon as I go, we'll close it off. Yeah. I tell you what, if if we can get over 3,000 likes before we go, I'll do I'll make sure we have a live stream tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If this session was great, oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So if we're not gonna get many likes in on there today, guys, then I guess we can't live stream tomorrow. Gratitude will bring back the live stream. Ah, dear, classic. Oh, listen, there's half the amount of people on YouTube, and they're smashing away. You trading NFP? Yeah, I'll be here for NFP. Uh, will I trade? Yeah, I'll trade before it, and if we get chance, I'll trade after it as well. If I'm in a trade and it's in profit, I'll let it run. I do not know how. Gold trader, you sound like me. I'm terrible. I don't know how to use TikTok either. I keep seeing these gifts come in and something. Uh, Shameless sent me a heart. Thank you, Shameless. Appreciate it. I don't know what to do with these hearts. I got like a magic wand as well and something else the other day. Ver, hey, how you doing? Ver, where you from? Is that Ver? I don't want to be presumptuous. Mogomotsi came from TikTok. How we doing? And you came from TikTok. So you're based in the UK. Mogomotsi, whereabouts are you based? And thank you for coming over. Appreciate it. Yeah, okay, let's have a look, see what could set up. Let's have a look at the NASDAQ. Okay, so let's have a look at a potential setup for you guys now. So look, if you were to get a close below here, there's potential sells on NASDAQ below 22,390, but we have what I call a BPC trade setting up. Your downside is, no, I can't take it. Entries would be up here. Nope, no trade. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Uh, I'm not great. Been on your live before. Oh, that's great. I'm based in Botswana. Just started following you 2 weeks back. You're good. Ah, listen, thank you guys. Appreciate the kind words. Um, so let's have a look what's going on. Nasdaq. Um, DAX. Look, the charts are all just getting a bit messy, guys. The charts are all just getting a bit messy. So I don't think I'd be. Um, okay, DAX is now this. We could look for buys above 22,830, 23,832, somewhere above there. We got a close above. Uh, so if I was looking for buys, it'd be buys on the DAX above here and sells below. Oh, where's it gone? And sells below here. I'm not interested in this zone. This would all be no trade range. I don't want to be here. Do you have singles? Yes, there are. Well, what I do, I wouldn't say signals, but what I do is I show you the setups that I'm interested in on a morning and an afternoon. So if you just click on that link, you'll see. Actually, I need to be careful. I've posted that link twice now. I'm not sure I'm allowed to do that. So yeah, you can see my free channels on there. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock, guys. Let's wrap up now. Um, cancelled the orders. No point leaving them open. Uh, yeah, we'll get them cancelled. Is there anything happening here? Uh, Pleasure Born. Fenton. Sorry, mate. I just keep getting confused with the different names. Doesn't take long for me to get confused, does it? So, guys, that's 1 o'clock UK time tomorrow, yeah? Uh, Domino, VRAPT will gold drop now. Um, I think if gold closes, if we get gold to close below 33.4150, then you can look for sells. Yeah, sure. Gold trader, ask away. But wait for it to close below. You've got, looking at the hourly chart, you've still got 38 minutes left. So, um, anyone that sent me a question on social media, I will reply. Just give me just give me so look, when I'm applying like rules and principles, I want to ask myself, if you look here, what has the market done differently? So if we look at this area here, the market didn't do anything differently until this white bullish candle. All these, yes, the wicks came up, but this white one closed above. It gave me a different perspective, which is why we bought and we made like 20 odd pips going up here. The next candle, now this is where we sold. Um, I would be interested in a sell if we get a close back below this level, but it's just getting a little bit whipsawy. Okay, so you've gone up, we've broken the highs, then broken the lows. The next candle's then broken the lows, then broken the highs. There's no consistency to this. The way I'm looking at it is going, do you know what? I don't want to be in this market. Close on the 15K or hour, 15 minute or hour. For this one, I'd want to see a close on the hourly. Yeah, because if you're going to use the 15, then I'd want to see a close below 33, 38, 30, and then you can trade it down here for about 48 pips. Right, guys, before I pass out and start sending you all to sleep, I'm going to shoot off. Have a great afternoon, great evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. See you on YouTube.